are still in the workshop here. Welcome to another episode of This Old Car. I'm your host, Noel Holmes, and in the background there, right behind me, right there is my Honda Civic, and as you can see with the bird's eye view today, it got no engine. So this is why. This is the engine I pulled out of this car, and as you can see, oops, wrong side. As you can see, right, oops, wrong side. What's wrong with me? As you can see right there, oops, there's a hole in the block. This thing's actually thrown a connecting rod. It's very much not running. It's not seized, but it would still crank and kind of fire and kind of run, but definitely hooped. So I've got my new engine here. Just pulled my transmission a few minutes ago. You can see part one for everything else that happened there, but sorry for the crap lighting. That's that. I got my flywheel off of the old engine there. Still in good shape. I'm just going to clean it up a bit. Doesn't need machining. And this one's fit for the pit, really. I've scavenged anything I could possibly need off this thing. I know they just said they had an oil change done. It's got the Honda oil filter on there. I'm like, oh, frig yeah, free oil filter. But it's full of metal because this thing shredded itself. So I'm going to take the oil pan off of the new engine, the one over there. Take the oil pan off of that one, block the crank with a piece of wood, because that's the best I can do. So I can undo the crank pulley actually, and then get installing a timing belt, water pump, and all the pulleys and stuff. So that's going to be a bit of an adventure. So I'm going to kick this out. I'm going to put the new engine up here once I clean the bench off. Also, a major mistake that I made. I forgot to drain the oil out of the old engine. I'm an idiot. That's true. So when I dumped her on the side, the oil came out of the newly opened up hole in the side of the block. Oops. Anyway, it's the way of the road. So let's see how this works out, guys. Well, okay guys, trying to get a few things sorted out of the engine. I got the timing cover off the new engine. Oh, what a disaster. All the crap in here. Seriously, like this thing was parked outside for some time. I don't know if you can see all the crud in there. This is a disaster. So, where to begin? Where to begin? I think I'm going to take this block off here. It's just 1, 2, 4 bolts. But you can really see the corrosion in here. Like this crap here. That's garbage. It doesn't just happen. Well, maybe it does. Maybe you're a Honda guy, maybe that does happen. My washer pump here. It's okay because I got a new one. But anyway, got a little bit of work to do here. And I took off the oil pan. Relatively okay in there. And I haven't really looked at the valve train. I just took the valve cover off seconds ago to get the timing cover off. But there's not a lot of sludge in here or any sort of strange buildups. Maybe I'll go over those the head bolt torque once. Oops, sorry, got the light in the way. I don't know. Nothing looks totally crap apart from the garbage that's inside of this timing cover here. So hopefully a bit of brake clean cleans that. I don't even know what that is. Like, what is that garbage? Just dirt? Is that like mouse eggs? Who knows? Anyway, I got some cleaning up to do, boys. Okay, we got the timing covers off, we got the timing belt off, pulleys. Now you can really see the crud in here. Pretty gross looking stuff, and deposits in the coolant, so really this isn't looking as nice as I would like. So South Island Imports, Nanaimo, this is crap. Some say this is garbage. You know, she's just corroded to crap on the outside. This is not nice. So gonna let this soak in some oil, some penetrating oil overnight just to loosen shit up. We'll give it a scrub down with the wire brush in the morning, and then I'm gonna go to Lordco, get some spark plugs. I'm gonna get an oil pan gasket because I didn't realize it was a rubber seal. But I think I spent about enough time in the shop for today. It's time to go inside and relax a little bit. It is the weekend after all. So I'm going to do that and we'll get back at this tomorrow. And good morning, YouTubers. Here on the Civic for another day. Oh, there it is. And just got back from Lordco, picked up a few bits. Got this case of oil and stuff for like $21. $11 jug of coolant. What else did I get here? Oil pan gasket. Cabin filter, because the one I took out was pretty gross. I didn't know that there's 2 in a package. Does the Civic actually use 2? I don't know. Got a thermostat in the gasket. 76 degrees centigrade. Oil filter, set of NGK Platinums. Air filter, because the other one was kind of Dukakis. Rear main seal set. I don't know what's in. Main seal, crankshaft retainer. Geez, I don't know. There's a bunch of stuff in here. I didn't know there was that much involved. I'll have to look at the rear main. This is just sat overnight. I'll have to clean this up. Also, I got some special transmission oil. You can comment below on whether this is good. I got a jug of MT85 and MTL from Redline. I'm going to blend the two together. I think this gearbox takes 1.8 quarts or 1.8 liters. I don't know. Something like that. So these are pretty highly rated. They're also pretty expensive. But this is a car we might hold on to for a while. I know, you're going to laugh when I say that. But, and I wasn't at Honda. Honda was closed today, so I wasn't going to buy the Honda manual transmission oil. Yeah, so here's my question for you. What sort of oil do you run in a Honda manual gearbox? I've heard people using just normal motor oil. I've heard that that's lacking. I've heard that there's a Redline stuff that I bought. Where'd it go? It's there somewhere. Can actually provide a noisier gearbox. Shift's nice, but and the guys who run engine oil in the gearbox, I've heard that they have synchro issues, which I don't know. I know nothing about Hondas. This is the first one I've actually worked on. The only other 2 Hondas, actually you can find in some of my old videos. I had an Accord, but a 92 Accord 2-door, blew an axle on it. What else? Oh, and the 87 Civic. That was the second Honda I owned. And that's when we did the jump with. And you can find that on YouTube under NRH BMW Honda Civic jump. There's a few versions of that video out there. Check it out. But anyway, it's time to get to work here. I'm going to start by bristle brushing the crap out of the front of this timing case here and put everything in there that's required to get her timed up. And I don't know if you've seen the timing marks. One of them is here. A little arrow. So there's a mark on the pulley that you have to line up with that. And then on the top, the cam pulley has 2 little marks on either side. They have to be straight horizontal, I guess you could say, with the top of the cylinder head. So I'm going to brush this down, then I'm going to replace the cam and crank seals. And do the rear main, put a pan on it, put the timing stuff on, and we'll see how the day goes here. Okay guys, we got the timing belt on now, so come take a look. No issues here, new tensioner, new water pump, new cam and crank seals, pretty easy to install, no issues there. The belt's on and the spring is released I've never done one of these before, so it came with a grenade pin, you could call it, in the tensioner. But if we were going to use this tensioner to tension it up, you just throw your 8mm, I think it's an 8mm Allen key in there, and you torque it until these 2 holes there, and basically they line up and you can put a piece of wire through, or a smaller Allen key, like a 3mm Allen key. But we're good to go, so we're ready for timing covers. I should probably throw the crank sensor in here too while I'm in here. I cleaned as much of that crud out of there as I could. I could have pressure washed this and did, but you know what, it's a lot better than it was, and it's good enough for the girls I go out with. My videographer right now is smiling. I don't know if I should put a valve cover on just yet because I might want to do a valve adjustment. I'll check the interval on that and see if it's even necessary. Maybe that's something I could check again in like 10,000 Ks. Because I want to change this oil right away and swap the coolant out maybe in a few thousand kilometers, because this is all, there might have been crud in the engine, you know. So for now, timing cover is going to go on. We're going to bolt on a transmission, and then hopefully we can rock and roll it into the engine bay there, like rock and roll high school, but better. I don't know if you can see the clouds out there. They're moving by at an alarming rate.